we have the incredible opportunity and honor to be a part of a massive day for a future GOAT in my eyes. Now, I've had a chance to understand who this man is for a long time, because obviously he is the son of not only West Virginia legend, but football legend Chris Henry. I've had a chance to meet his family. His mom got Oos in the family. She is spectacular. And this kid, not only is he 6'6", 6'7", 200 and whatever pounds, he's physical, he's tough, and he loves ball. Some of us might have been trying to tell Pac-Man Jones to tell him, hey, he's been able to dunk from the foul line since like freshman year of high school. Let's put him in there. Instead, all he wants to be is a football dog. Ladies and gentlemen, to make his official commitment on where he will be continuing his football career, please welcome, and we're lucky to say this, Chris Henry Jr.
Yes!
Chris, how you doing, buddy? We appreciate you joining us, man. Aloha. Aloha over there.
Aloha.
Aloha.
Aloha lei.
All right, Oos. All right, family. Chris, whenever I got a chance to kind of learn about your story, your family's story, the only thing that's really come through is just that you're a workhorse, a good person, humble, but an absolute dog on the football field. We know that you had been committed to Ohio State for a long time, and then obviously Brian Hartline accepting a job at USF. You've had the opportunity, I think everybody has understood it, to kind of just reweigh all your options. First of all, if you'd like to chit-chat about your entire recruitment process, and if you would like to let us know where you're playing, you kind of do whatever the hell you want to do right now, Oos. Your world. Congrats on all of it.
Yeah, sure. First of all, I just want to, thank God for just putting me in this position right now to, be able to make this decision. And, I want to thank all my family for just being here to support me throughout this, time. And, ultimately, I've been committed to the Buckeyes for, a long time. And, with Coach Hartline leaving, it really impacted my recruitment heavily, and I really just had to take time to step back and really reevaluate everything. But just sit with my family and taking time to think about it. Ultimately, I'll be committed and staying committed to the Ohio State University. I just feel like they're the right fit for me, and I made my decision a couple of years ago, and it was for the right choice. And it was my time, just taking time to think about it and just, step back. Even though Hartline did leave, Ohio State is, always been in my heart since I committed. So, I'll be staying home at the Ohio State University.
Congratulations.
Congrats to you and your family.
Yeah, and we know it's not, okay, Oos. Okay, Oos. Ohio got the jersey on.
That's great.
Okay, obviously a large portion of your life you grew up in the state of Ohio, then you go over to Mater Dei. How excited it seems everybody is to head back over to the state of Ohio. I can't wait to watch you over there. Congrats on this decision, and tell everybody we say what's up and congrats over there, will you please?
Appreciate it.
Man, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes,
please,
Chris,
Kirk.
it's Kirk. I just want to congratulate you. I know this was not an easy decision for you. When Brian Hartline left, and there are a lot of people who are probably recruiting against Ohio State that are thinking now, hey, they lost Brian Hartline. They're not going to be able to recruit the same receivers as they've done in the past without him. What's your message to that, and why Ryan Day and Ohio State? Why is it the right spot for you when you think about your development and growth of these next 3 to 4 years?
Yeah, for me, it was just really being at a place where I feel comfortable at. It was never really about the money. I was getting, tons of offers, like other places like double the times Ohio. But, ultimately it was just, for me, it was just a place where I feel comfortable at, being developed and, ultimately, reaching my goals, which is to be a first-round draft pick. So, that's what it was for me.
And you got a great quarterback, obviously, to work with. We're seeing Julian Sayin and what he's doing throughout his development as a young guy, and maybe make him a run this year to another championship. So just want to say congratulations to you and your family, man. That's a big decision, and I know weight off your back.
Hell yeah, congratulations to you and your family, and to everybody over there, and to OH World, Ohio State.
Thank you. Congrats. Good job.
Great decision.
We love you. O-H-I.
There we go.
Congrats to your Buckeyes.
That was big. I didn't really follow, since Brian Hartline left. I didn't really know if he was going to go to who else was in play there? Oregon?
USC, Oregon, West Virginia, obviously. You know that.
That's a fact.
I love that. I love that.
Don't you do what you just did.
What, you don't think that's real, Kirk?
Patronizing.
You don't think they're in the running, Kirk?
I don't like what he just did right there. West Virginia was in the running, and that is because of who his dad
father.
is, right?
Yeah.
His dad, legend of West Virginia. So him and Pac-Man, obviously, best friends.
Number 15.
At West Virginia, yes. And then Pac on the other side. I mean, they were menaces, obviously,
Wow.
on the football field. Maybe the most talent we've ever had on a football
And that's
team.
what West Virginia's going back to.
Yeah, we're trying
going
to.
back to
We're
that
trying to at least,
hard
yeah.
edge.
So there's a chance like Chris Henry Jr. wants to come back, to West Virginia. But I think everybody that knows his family understands what the business opportunities were here because of who he is.
Yeah.
They were floating some numbers out there on what was being offered to Chris Henry Jr. from some of these schools. And it's like he's got the work ethic, he's got the lineage, he's got the drive, he's got the mentality, and he obviously has the physical traits. His catch radius is like 7 foot something.
Chase played him when he was a sophomore, and he was still in Cincinnati, and he was a sophomore. And you could already see that this guy is just kind of scratching the surface of where he's going to go. And then he ends up going out to Mater Dei and in Southern California and Orange County. And obviously just continued to get better and better. Not just big. You can see the speed that he has to be able to pull away. And then you're going into a system that, this is going to be the new thing with Ohio State losing Brian Hartline. This is a big message, I feel like, for Ryan Day, to his staff, for what they've been able to do. When you land Chris Henry Jr. like this, I think it sends a very loud message to future receivers and future recruits that Ohio State's going to continue, because that room has gotten different under Brian Hartline's guidance.
Cool.
And it looks like with this, it's going to continue, even though he's off to Tampa at USF.
AJ, such a fascinating thing there, because to Herbie's point about the statement being made, like, I think everybody understood whenever Chris Henry Jr. was like, well, if Hartline's not there, literally that is the wide receiver room.
Yeah.
So I think even people in Ohio, you would know more than me. I'm just kind of checking the temperature on the internet. I think everybody was like, well, he is. I mean, this guy's the guy. So if he wants to kind of reevaluate everything, I think everybody was kind of cool with it. I know there were some other schools that thought they really had a shot. Like, they were very excited, but they had no idea. So whenever I get the text message this morning, because I guess it was floating around last night that he was going to want to come on today's show or whatever, I had not heard that. Okay, so like I had people asking me, and I'm the person that books the show alongside a couple of, so I had not heard anybody reach out to me about Chris Henry Jr. coming on. Now, does Chris Henry Jr. know that he is a green light to come on this show whenever the hell he wants? Yes. Okay, because obviously I've known him for a long time in the West Virginia family. It just feels like that is the right thing to do, and especially with how much respect I have for this dude. He is a workhorse, and not only does he have the size and everything, he is a workhorse. So I would have green-lighted any time, but I had no conversation with anybody last night about him coming on. This morning I get a text message, hey, would it be cool if Chris comes on and announces where he wants to go today? Yes. So then I tweet out that, hey, he is coming on. So I get some questions from some people at different places that, have some wonderings. And I don't think anybody knew. I don't think anybody. I think people were
I'm getting texts too.
Right there,
Pat. I'm getting plenty of texts too. People not sure exactly what's going to happen. So that was surprising. I mean, the family obviously they were prepared.
AJ, I think a lot of Ohio State fans. I think that the noise on the internet made everybody just assume now he's going to announce on Pat's show. He's probably going to go to Oregon, or he's going to go maybe to the highest bidder. But, man, how about his comments about this wasn't about money. This is about how I feel and I fit at Ohio State. And even though Brian Hartline's not going to be there, I still feel strongly about that. I think that says a lot about Ryan Day. And like I said, I think this isn't just about Chris Henry, AJ. I think this is about a message being sent to other receivers and other recruits down the line about what that room can still be, despite not having Hartline there. That was obviously such a big part of it.
Yeah,
Con Man. We saw that. Con Man. I'm sorry, AJ. And anything you want to say about an Ohio State Buckeye, you should definitely say it. So I apologize for stepping on you. But Con Man, what I said in the intro there was very real. We know Pac very well, and we know Pac-Man took on the onus of basically raising family whenever Slim passes away. So we've seen this kind of for a long time now. This dude, they thought he was going to grow too much to be able to not be able to play football anymore. They were like, he's going to be forced into playing basketball. If he gets a 6'8", like he's going to have to go play basketball.
He's legit 6'5",
6'6", 6'7".
So he's like Plax Burress.
Yeah, and he's dog. Like he views himself as a dog. Like basketball, guaranteed money. You got to have the right size. He's going to have it. You got to be able to be athletic. He has it. Got to be able to shoot. He was able to do it. I feel like kind of a rude person, but I was telling Pac and telling him anytime I was talking to him, like, bro, we need to work on that.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and get that. You're going to be 6'7", bro. No, like, go ahead and do that. Instead, dude loves ball, Connor. Absolutely loves ball and chooses to go Big Ten football into cold. Not that Oregon or USC would be anything different. It is Big Ten football. West Virginia, Big 12 football. He didn't want any pieces of that. I can tell you that. Yeah. But I think this is a big statement also about who Chris Henry Jr. is as a whole. I'm a big fan of this dude, and I'm very happy for him today.
Yeah, very, very cool. And also just watching those highlights, like you said, he's 6'7". You're really not sure how fast he is. Seeing him pull away is asinine. I can't believe that's a real thing. And then you just think about what they're going to be next year. You know, all those other schools are great. The best player across the board, everyone has said, in college football himself is Jeremiah Smith. So now he's going to be on the other side as Jeremiah Smith. He's got probably the runner-up to Mendoza this year in the Heisman voting with Julian Sayin throwing him the ball. Like, when you're thinking about the setup, it's incredible. And also, you know, where he's from. He did grow up in Ohio. I know he finished his high school football in Mater Dei in California, but what Herbie just said, you know, sophomore year of high school, that's not so far away, and that's where he was. He was in Ohio. A large contingent of his family's in Ohio. And when you talk about competing for national championships, yes, all those other schools are in it, kinda. None of them are in it like Ohio State every single year. Ohio State consistently will be in either the Big Ten championship, and if not, they'll be in the playoff. And if they're in the playoff, they're going to make a run. Like, I can't wait for this weekend, you know, just to see the entire game. But seeing Chris Henry Jr. with Jeremiah Smith next year and Julian Sayin will be great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and on that note, let's talk about big news in the Big Ten as Peter just took out an entire suite section over here to our left.